Hey y'all, welcome back to Twin Oaks Family Farm in Southeast Ohio. Had a little family fun over the weekend with a cornbread cook-off. Wanted to share with you the recipe that I use and tell you about the cornmeal that I preferred, where I got it from. Hey y'all, Melissa here. So a little bit of a video of fun with the family. Over the weekend, just the 5 of us in our household, my husband and I, our 3 young adult sons, we called it a cornbread cook-off, but really it was just for fun. Actually, just my husband was making his favorite cornbread, and I was making a recipe that included my favorite cornbread, and we just were joking that it was a contest, and our 3 sons each contributed something to the meal as well, and we let the youngest one decide on the best cornbread according to his preference. He took considerations from his older brothers as well, and ultimately, I was not the winner, but I still stand by my recipe. And my recipe is the one I'm going to show you. But I appreciate y'all joining us. So you saw a little still shot of the cornbread recipe that I used this weekend, and it's called Chili Cornbread. And you can actually find the recipe at a website for Marsh Hen Mill, Edisto Island, South Carolina. So let us know in comments if you've been to Edisto Island, South Carolina. We've been to Edisto Island one time, and it is on my bucket list to go back. And I guarantee you when I go back, I'm going to be seeing if Marsh Hen Mill is open at the time that we're there, and I want to go there in person. I love to get grits from there now. So I also decided to try their cornmeal, and it's a keeper in my book. So I'll show you the products I've got from there. We'll look at the cornbread again. I'll tell you a little bit about that recipe, and appreciate y'all joining us. Do you think up fun things to do as a household? I think that brings a lot of levity and bonding to a family unit and to a household. So we try to celebrate simple things, give us something to look forward to. For us, turning a Sunday afternoon meal here into a very friendly, very informal competition was fun. Let us know some of the things that you do for fun in your households. We love hearing from you. So this was the yellow cornmeal that went into the recipe I used for this chili cornbread. I loved it. Actually, the whole family loved it, even though they didn't honor me with winning the informal 2025 Twin Oaks Family Farm cornbread cook-off. They still said it was an excellent recipe. They would enjoy having it again. So the cornbread part of my recipe was from this yellow cornmeal. And you can actually go right to the website for Marsh Hen Mill for chili cornbread that I used making ours. I also set these out here to show you these bags of heirloom grits. You can get the heirloom grits in bags more like these as well, but I got a gift box that had a variety of their different options of grits in them. And this one is actually a yellow grits, and this one I believe is called Jimmy Red grits. There was a unicorn grits, Sea Island grits, guinea flint grits. So there's different options, but I wanted to sample all of them that I could. So I got a gift box. And they came in this really neat kind of heirloom vintage feeling packaging within the gift box. So Marsh Hen Mill, Edisto Island, and there's a neat history to the mill. You can go on there and read about it. The simplified version of how this was prepared. So you can see it's a layer of cornbread on the bottom, a filling of chili in the center, and then a layer of cornbread on the top. And it was that simple. Mix up the cornmeal and the wet and dry ingredients into your cornbread batter. Put that batter in the bottom of, I used a 10-inch cast iron skillet. That's what the recipe called for. Then take your favorite chili or your chili leftovers, called for about 4 cups of your chili. Put into the filling of your chili cornbread. And then you top it with a layer of the same cornbread batter. So It was really good, chili cornbread, and you could obviously dress that up however you want to. And the chili that we did in the center was so simple. Homegrown, farm-raised ground beef, and I just opened up like 4 different cans of different kinds of beans, and a can of the little green chilies, and a can of stewed tomatoes. And our middle son Wade picked out the seasonings that we put in the chili, and so it was great. It's perfect when you have made a big batch of chili and you have leftover chili. If you have at least 4 cups of leftover chili, you could do this recipe easily with your leftover chili. Since my recipe was not declared the official winner of our informal contest, I'm sure you probably want to know what was. And this is just like no reflection on our Marsh Hen Mill products at all, because these were super. But I think this came down to what the family is used to, what the taste buds are accustomed to. But my husband, he's always liked the Jiffy box mix of cornbread mix, and so that's what he made. And the guys did actually vote Jared's cornbread the winner of our cornbread cook-off day. But everybody still said this was totally a thumbs up. They loved it. The yellow cornmeal from Marsh Hen Mill and the chili cornbread recipe. You can go to the website for this mill in Edisto Island, South Carolina, Marsh Hen Mill, and you can find the recipe there for chili cornbread. So thanks y'all for joining us here at Twin Oaks Family Farm. We encourage you to have fun with your family and take time to disconnect from technology, disconnect from a disoriented culture, and connect with the people in your household and strengthen it so that you can go out into the world and face it knowing that you have the strength of your household behind you to be out in the world and declare what is good and what is right. And on that note, let's end with what Marsh Hen Mill puts on the back of all of their packaging. This reference to Psalm 91:4. We see the same on the packaging. This is the blue popcorn, indigo blue popcorn. This is the black eyed peas. Look, it's cool. You get the peek through window to see the product. Same on the cornmeal there. So we'll read actually all of Psalm 91:1-4 to close our video. Always helpful to have a Bible handy. You want to find the book of Psalms. It's just right about in the middle of the Bible, so it's pretty easy to find. Usually you can open right to it. Psalm 91, security under God's protection. You who dwell in the shelter of the Most High, who abide in the shade of the Almighty, say to the Lord, my refuge and fortress, my God in whom I trust. He will rescue you from the fowler's snare, from the destroying plague. He will shelter you with his pinions, and under his wings you may take refuge. His faithfulness is a protecting shield. Definitely check out your Bible daily for inspiration that will help you live your life and find meaning in everything that you experience. And if you want to check out Marsh Hen Mill, please go online to marshhenmill.com. God bless y'all. Little bonus tip here on storing your great products from Marsh Hen Mill. All of the packaging reminds you to please refrigerate or freeze after purchase. So we do keep ours right in the refrigerator. Please refrigerate or freeze after purchase.